Thank you. Well, it's pretty rare when I write a song in the morning and sing it at a concert in the evening. That's very rare. Matter of fact, it's maybe the first time I have ever done this. But Spence just prevailed on me. We've been talking about this show for a couple months, and have you written the song? Have you written the song? I'm like, well, I'm going to try. I want to thank Bo Platt. Bo is housing me at his house, and he took me all around the northern part of the lagoon. We went out to the Banana River where the horrible fish kill was, and he told me stories about growing up here. So I was taking copious amounts of notes on that and getting ideas for the song, and some of that's made it into the song. And then I want to thank the Indian River keeper, Marty Baum, and George Jones, who's here tonight, and also Marjorie's here. We went out all around the southern part of the lagoon yesterday, and I got a bit of sunburn on my foot. I'm from Seattle. We don't see sun for another 2 months. But it was spectacular to go around, and also it was very moving. It was very exciting, but it was also very sad. We went up one of those canals, and I saw the effluent coming in from, I guess eventually, it was coming from Lake Okeechobee because of your flooding here. And then we went, and the change of the tide, you could see the brown, murky, heavily polluted water, and then the clean water going out. And it was coming in. It was pretty intense. And there's a bacteria warning down there, and there were jet skiers going by, and the riverkeeper was saying, hey, there's a high bacteria count, and he was telling me about some of the infections. It was like, whoa, this is intense. But you live in such a spectacular place, and I've actually never been to this part of Florida. My grandmother lived in Sarasota, so we used to go there a lot. But Florida is really, in my opinion, one of the canaries in the coal mine worldwide with the whole climate change thing. I mean, you're in one of the most vulnerable places, and Indian River is one of the most vulnerable places in the most vulnerable place. So I'm so excited to see everyone here and appreciate everything that you're doing, and happy to be a part of this. But this song is interesting. I just did a show for the Matanzas Riverkeeper on Saturday, a fundraiser, and up in St. Augustine, and this man came over and said, hey, I want to talk to you for a second. And afterwards I went and I sat by the river with him, and he started telling me he is part, I may be saying this wrong, Timucua, Native American. You know what the proper pronunciation is. His great-grandmother, I guess, was a quarter, so I don't know what that makes him, but he's got a little bit of Timucua blood in him. But he was telling me that his people would gather on this one spot, and the dolphins would come, and they would sing to each other, and they believed that the dolphins were their ancestors, and they would come and tell them where the good hunting would be and different things like that. And I thought that was fascinating. I thought, oh, this could be in the song, and that made it into the song. And I said, hey, can we get together tomorrow and tell me some more stories? And he showed up with 2 guitars and a drum, and and he had written the song, and he sings me the song, and I'm like, oh my God, that's great. And he wrote the melody, and he wrote the first half of the chorus, and then I expanded on the chorus and filled in the words. So his name is Casey. I do not remember his last name right now, but he's really we both wrote the song. But here it is. Wish me luck here. I'm the 6th generation on the Florida sand, walking in the shadow of ice Indians, in the land of the dolphin and the manatee, Indian River. The story is told of when the dolphins came and sang on the shore to the Indians, carrying a message of their ancestry, fighting for the Indian River. Whoa, Indian River, you're a friend of mine. Indian River flowing to the sea. Indian River, you're the heart of me. Oh, Indian River, Indian River, we will swim again. Indian River, eat the fish again. Indian River flowing clear and free, fighting for the Indian River. waters of the swamp ran free into the Oxbow rivers from the Okeechobee down to the Everglades and into the sea. Indian River. Then foreigners came with the Army Corps and shredded Mother Nature in the Indian War, slicing up the rivers and silting the sea. Indian River, oh, Indian River, you're a friend of mine. Indian River flowing to the sea. Indian River, you're the heart of me. Oh, Indian River, Indian River, we will swim again. Indian River, eat the fish again. Indian River flowing clear and free. We're fighting for the Indian River. The stingray, the turtle, the grass and the sea, the redfish, the oyster and the manatee, the hundreds of jobs with the great fishery, gone from the Indian River. But before the Indian River dies, the people of the Indian River will rise, fighting for the future so our kids will survive here on the Indian River. Oh, Indian River, you're a friend of mine. Indian River flowing to the sea. Indian River, you're the heart of me. Oh, Indian River. Oh, the Indian River, we will swim again. Indian River, eat the fish again. Indian River flowing clear and free. Fighting for the Indian River. Oh, Indian River. We're fighting for the Indian River. The Indian River. Thank you.